In this next step-by-step video that I made with my charity Cancer Hair Care, Sara, who herself lost her hair due to chemotherapy, is going to show you how to put on false eyelashes so they feel comfortable and secure. In the first part of the video, it's shot from a little bit of a distance, and then we get really close up so that you can see the finite detail about how to put them on. Once you get a little bit of practice, it's something that you can really get used to. But before we go to the step-by-step, I want to share with you a couple of tips. Now, there are many different types of eyelashes available, from very natural looking ones to ones with a bit of bling and sparkle in all different types of colours and styles, so there really is something for everybody. But there are two main types of different eyelashes. One type is like these ones, which come with an adhesive glue in the pack, and they're often reusable, and the other are more like this, which are already pre-glued. So the difference is you would just peel these off and stick them on, but you're likely to only get one use out of them. Whereas a pack like this with the adhesive glue, you can use over and over again until they wear out or don't feel secure. To be honest with you, with a good quality pair of eyelashes, you're going to get about 4 to 5 wears out of them. But one tip that lots of women have shared with me is to get a pair of tweezers, which you can then gently tease the eyelash out of the pack with, and then once you've worn them for the day, you can pop them back in. And it just helps you to pick something up that's a little bit fragile. The other thing to know is if you have any type of sensitivity or allergy to the adhesive glues, you can look out for ones that are latex free, which quite a few of the ranges now are supplying. Now, when it comes to false eyelashes, the other thing that might be helpful to know is using a cotton wool bud can be really helpful when you've got your eyelashes in your tweezers and you're just trying to put your lash in place. You can use your fingers, but lots of women have said that just a couple of little bits can make all the difference. The other thing to know is that eyelashes will fit to the outside lid of your eyes. They don't go, your eyelashes grow out from just under your eyelids, but when you put false lashes on, you're putting them on the outside lid. So if you're a first-time wearer, it's really important to know this because people get really worried about, for example, putting on lashes and them interfering with new hair growth, which they shouldn't do. The other thing to know is that most false eyelashes, you can actually snip the width of them. So you want to have a look when you're putting it on the width. This is the width from here to edge of your eyelid. Sometimes you don't get a good fit of an eyelash and people don't know why. It can often be because they're too long. So you just take a tiny pair of scissors and give them a little snip on the end, cut them less rather than more, and then have a look again, see if they fit. And that can be one of the ways to make sure that false eyelashes look really natural and look part very much of your own eye. So let's take a look now as Sara shows you and I talk you through step by step how to create a very realistic look using false eyelashes. Sara starts by removing the lid to the liquid glue provided within the pack. Next, she removes the lashes from the pack, holding the lash tips as she applies the glue along the ridge. On the next lash, we will show you a close-up of this. To ensure that a fine layer of glue is applied, it's best to use light stroking movements along the ridge. These eyelashes are reusable for around 2 weeks if removing and reapplying daily. Once complete, she places the glue brush back. Now, using fingers on both hands, Sara gently takes the lash to her eye and secures to the top of the lid. It's very important to hold the lash in place for a few seconds, so do take your time. Once it's secure, she dabs down with her finger. Once confident, she just opens her eyes again and checks that the lash is in place. Here you can see she dabs off a few loose specks of glue. Now let's show you the other lash. You can see that she's taking her glue brush out of the little pot, holding the lash at the tips, and then she starts to apply a fine layer of the glue. Now you can see how gentle those strokes are. Using both hands, she applies her lashes, gently pressing along the ridge. Now she'll hold for a few seconds. You can see she's laying her finger along the line of her lashes. She checks that they're secure, and once she feels certain, she makes a few tiny little adjustments, pressing the lash into place. Here you can see that Sara looks great in 2 very quickly applied, natural looking false eyelashes. Thanks, Sara.